Greetings, dear Cancer. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a peek at the energy between you and your person. So I am filming this in Virgo season. So it's a lovely Virgo season. I do believe that Venus is in the sign of Leo, if I'm not mistaken. And we're just going to do a quick energy check-in. So whoever is on your mind, I want you to just kind of like channel what is happening with you guys right now. Let's see if we can get some messages of clarity for you, okay? We're going to use two different decks. We're using the Light Seers Tarot to pull your messages. And then we are going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale for your person. And then we'll close the reading out with a card or two from the Romance Angels Oracle, all right? So this is just a quick energy check between what's happening with you and your person. Let's go ahead and set the intention. This is for the sign of Cancer. So if you have Cancer and it's in your sun, your moon, your rising, but particularly your Venus, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. All right, let us go ahead and get started. We'll first start with your energy, and we're going to do a 4-card spread. Okay, so first we are looking at where are you, Cancer, in all of this? How are you feeling about the connection at this time, and how are you showing up? Okay, show me, Cancer, at this time. Show me, Cancer, in regards to their relationship at this time. So you've got the 8 of Pentacles. You working. I'm not even sure. Hold on, but let's see. You're burning that midnight oil. You making money. You're investing. You've got the sun. I think things are going quite well. You are positively just joyous at this time as well. You could be experiencing some material abundance. You've got the 8 of Swords here, okay? All right, so first, talking about this 8 of Pentacles, I feel that you are, like, this could be at the job, this could be working, like work could be consuming a large part of your life. And you do feel like a bit optimistic about life at this time. You've been in a good mood. Your relationships are going smoothly. Work is going good, right? And I just kind of see you being, because things at home perhaps are peaceful and you're just like feeling good, right? In the home space. You could be just focusing in on your work at this time, right? And then with this 8 of Swords, now this talks about some type of blockage, right? When we talk about 8 of Swords, sometimes they could be self-imposed restrictions, right? Or feeling like a bit isolated. But there's something here where it's just like, you're not maybe getting out as much as you used to, or just less than you used to. So there's something here about feeling like a little bit restricted in your life. Like things are going well. And this also could be like, maybe you just can't do as much because maybe you've picked up an extra shift. Maybe there's just more work obligations for you to really handle. And so like, there's something here about like a stifling or a restriction in your life at some point. Okay. But all in all, things look well. The job front looks good. I'm seeing money kind of flowing your way. But there is a certain level of restriction that also exists here. All right. Let's go ahead and take a peek at your person. Show me the person on Cancer's mind. Show me the person on Cancer's mind. Ooh. Interesting. They also have the 8 of Swords. Is there like a blockage in the relationship, some sort? Because you guys are mirroring each other. Maybe there's something like you're holding back on your person. Maybe you're focusing in on work. You're holding back. Like things seem fine. They seem very positive. But maybe there's just something that you're not really like, you guys aren't really connecting. You're not making the effort to really connect. I feel like there could be a blockage in the relationship of some kind, because your person is mirroring that energy almost to the T, right? With this 8 of Swords here. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify though. Clarify. Okay, the Emperor. You could be dealing with an Aries, right? Or someone who is just, okay, but let's do one thing. I'm also kind of thinking that, or what I'm considering, then the 10 of Swords. Wow, so your person is, Your person could be in a phase at this point in time where they're trying to structure their life. They're trying to establish like better routines. And maybe they're just kind of hard, like in a bit of a negative state, right? Because this Ten of Swords really just talks about like a painful ending, hitting a rock bottom of some sort. And then with this Eight of Swords, it's like, what this could really be saying is that while you're working, you're making money, you seem to be quite successful in what you're doing, and like you just feel very positive about your outcome. I feel like maybe there are also some things that in the relationship that you guys are hiding from one another as well. Okay. Or maybe not that is an intentional hiding, it's just that not being fully aware of what each other is going through. Okay. So you could be having a storyline and of things going on in your life that you're not necessarily sharing with your partner, and vice versa. Okay. But I do see there's something here with your person where they're really trying to establish just a better routine, a better structure in their life right now. And they could be experiencing some blockages with that because there's something about they've hit a really, they've either have in the past hit a hard line, a hard bottom, and it's just like they need some time to kind of decompress and get their bearings back together. And maybe during this time is when they're kind of like planning on restructuring and focusing in more on their routines, right? In that way. So I'm not seeing like a whole lot of like togetherness in this, right? This could be a season where you guys are together, but separate, right? It's like you could, even if you live with your partner, it's like, yeah, you're sharing the same bed, you are having dinners together, you're talking and things, but I don't see that there is a very like actively emotionally engaged relationship. Not at this point in time. It's like you guys are kind of like holding back on each other in some ways. Okay. So let's look at the dynamic. Okay. And so with the dynamic, we're going to take a few cards from your deck and a few cards from your partners. But the dynamic is just, how do you function as a couple? Like, what is your role in this relationship? How does Cancer function in this relationship? What's the dynamic that Cancer brings? Okay, so ultimately, you got the Ace of Cups. You could feel like you're the initiator of a lot of things, especially on an emotional level. Maybe you kind of feel like your person could be a little bit blocked. You got Ace of Pentacles. You bringing in the opportunities too. Interesting. And the opportunities, I think, like absolutely have to do with finances. And the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're the initiator in this relationship. I think you initiate the emotional conversations. You probably initiate the dates, that those moments of tenderness, like all of those things are what you kind of bring to the table. And I also think like you're initiating opportunities for your person. And perhaps this, just you being in a relationship with this person was an opportunity for this person. Okay. And it's almost just like, you're just like, here, I have this. I want you on my team. Come forward, right? So there's that indication. And then with this King of Pentacles, this is you providing a foundational, structured, financially secure environment for the relationship. You could be the person who is maybe who has the better paying job, because your work did come up here. But also you could be also be just that practical, like really good with money, very good with your work, very good with savings, like having a long-term picture of like where you want to be resource-wise or financially. Okay. And not to say that your person doesn't, but that's how you're showing up in this partnership. Okay. Now let's see the dynamic of your person. Show me the dynamic of Cancer's person. The Sun, you could be messing with the Leo. But your person could also just be generally very optimistic, very upbeat, charismatic, just like a little ray of sunshine, you know? They got the Three of Swords. So I don't know if this is, maybe they have or they do put you in third party situations. I don't know. And then you got the Six of Pentacles. So they are also very generous as well. So I don't know if your person, this three of swords could indicate, like I said, third party situations, but it could also indicate your person moving in the relationship, but not completely healing from hurts from the past of previous connections. Okay. So it's almost like they're coming into the partnership with a very sheltered heart and almost just like, when is this going to blow up in my face? Or it's like there's something about the past perhaps that they haven't really quite let go of. All right. And they're still holding some pains with them. And now this is a new relationship. I definitely do think that this is relatively new. I do think they had a very painful ending, perhaps prior to you. And they're carrying a very broken heart in this, right? They still have a lot of like emotional damage, right, from their previous connections. But ultimately, the way that they're showing up is like they're putting their best foot forward. They're very positive. They're optimistic. And also like they try to be generous, right? And generosity is not always financial. Generosity is just like, I'm doing things for you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'm making sure that you're all right. I'm doing everything that I can, that I have, and that's within my ability for you at this time, okay? So we could also talk about that. But ultimately, let's go ahead and see if we could get you some advice. What's some advice in love for Cancer? Show me some advice for Cancer. Yeah, you got the Page of Cups. Now that's just being tender, being loving, making sure that you communicate how much you really like love your person. You got the Nine of Cups. This is good. Oops. And then this is all very heart-centered so far. You got the Four of Cups. Okay. Now, the Four of Cups, I always say, is the card of gratitude. To me, it always talks about gratitude. If you're looking at it, it's like she's got these three cups, but she doesn't want them. She wants something else. Okay. Now, I think that like you could go back and forth with not seeing the beauty in the relationship. You might get a little bit jaded sometimes in this. And be wanting for more. But what you're really being urged to do right now is just to communicate with a lot of love, a lot of respect with your person. And I do think like this Nine of Cups really just talks about like the relationship. You can heal whatever is, I don't want to say broken, but ultimately like you're able to get out of the relationship something that is healthy, joyous. Okay. And this is also like making sure that you're working on yourself as well, and that you don't become too self-sacrificing to anybody, and that making sure that you prioritize your own joy as well, because that shows up in how you are able to cater to other people in some respects. So those are your messages in love. All right. Let's go ahead and just close this reading out, and we'll get a card or two from the Romance Angels. Let's see what okay. The Romance Angels had a couple little messages for you. All right. So the first one says reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. All right. So that could be something that's on the horizon for you. And it also says flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And that is essentially kind of what this Page of Cups is, right? It's sweet messages. It's just if someone looks beautiful, tell them. Someone smells good, let them know, right? So it's just really all about that. So reconciliation, there could be a potential past situation that kind of comes forward around this particular time, and just flirt, right? To come back, flirt. All right, so those are the messages I have for you, dear Cancer. I hope this resonated with anyone who listened to this message in its entirety. Thank you very much. My name is Tifa. I do tarot. If you enjoy the way that I do tarot, please do feel free to comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. And yeah, I also do personal readings. So go ahead and check out how to book me And that will be in the description of this video, and it's in the about section of the channel. Bye, Cancer babies. I hope you have a lovely day.